A few days ago, I was scrolling through Facebook. Hard to believe, I know. I came across one of my friend's news feeds. The comment on his feed read like this: "The next time you think something is hard or that you can't do something, think about this." And then below that was a picture. The picture was of a young boy, 8 or 9 years old, in a wheelchair. The child had no arms or legs. The cool thing is, the child was leading a steer in a show ring at a fair. Can you picture that? A child in a wheelchair, no arms, no legs, controlling this massive steer. Looking closer at the picture, the child had such control over the steer. The judge's smirk was so impressive. You could see that he too was impressed. Sometimes we tell ourselves or are told by others that something is impossible. And that is just not the case. All things are possible. We just have to try. We heard today from Moses in the first reading and again in the gospel. To do good in this world and follow what God calls us to do doesn't have to be so far-reaching. And we don't have to move mountains for that or cross the seas to make a difference. We are called to keep the Lord's day, to love our neighbors, to speak and to live the truth of the Gospels. I know this can seem like some pretty lofty expectations, especially in today's society. But it doesn't have to be. There are opportunities right here in our community. Students that may be feeling like they're outcasts or need a friend. Adults that are struggling in life, are caught in a bad situation. Or families that need food or shelter. An elderly person who could benefit from your time, whether that be just listening or help around their homes. There are many chances to work as the hands and feet of Christ throughout the year, right here, close to home. You could start by taking time each day to pray. Pray for those that need our help and compassion, and pray that God may move you to take action, much like this Samaritan did. I know that some of us are uncomfortable meeting new people, like myself, or sharing the gospel of Christ with them. But I say to you, so was that Samaritan. The Samaritan was considered an outcast by many of the Jews. But that didn't stop him from having compassion for another human being. It didn't stop him from seeing the dignity of that person. He showed him love by being the hands and feet of Christ. He announced the gospel through his actions. At the end of Mass today, you will hear some version of, "Go in peace, glorifying the Lord by your life," or "Go and announce the gospel." I call upon you, my brothers and sisters, no matter what stage of life you find yourselves in, embrace it and become the Samaritan, as Jesus said, "Go and do likewise."